So Chris Boyd has his former club in his sights again. Since leaving Kilmarnock, he's come back to Rugby Park 5 times and scored 7 times. Alan McGregor dropped for a few games in September, but Walter Smith keeping faith with him this time, despite a midweek error. He did set himself rather high standards last season, to be fair. Barry Ferguson on as a sub in the last 2 games and starting on the bench again today. As for Kelly, well, they're a bit short of defenders, so they're pretty glad to have Fraser Wright back from injury. He missed the game in Aberdeen with a calf problem. He actually put them in front at Ibrox in September until Chris Boyd came along. Celtic's win over Motherwell yesterday propelled them 5 points clear of Rangers, who stumbled against Dundee United in midweek in a thriller at Ibrox. So Rangers' need for points is urgent. It's become a pressing matter. Maximum points required at Rugby Park. Chris Boyd. Gavin Skelton having to fill in at left back lately in the absence of Gary Hay, although Hay is on the bench today. It's over 14 years since Kilmarnock beat Rangers at home. Tom Black got the winner in 1994 during Walter Smith's first spell as Rangers boss. Here's Mady Toll. And we'll be looking to him to make things happen today. Will Kelly. Papac scored his first goal for Rangers in that game against Dundee United. Fowler, Toll. Fernandez for Hamill, who's ridden the challenge from Papac. Kilmarnock will have to be in Rangers' faces today, no doubt about that.
That's exactly what Jim Jeffries wants. Closing down from the front through Fernandez, right throughout the side. Close Rangers down as much as possible, don't offer quality time on the ball. That will have been spoken about, and of course don't concede an early goal. We mention that so often. Teams that play against the old firm, they have to keep it tight. And of course from then on, in a positive sense, once you get possession, make use of it.
Hamill, Fowler. Papac. Fernandez helped it on, and Donovan Simmons nearly prizing an opening. Simmons. Gibson kept it in. Pedro Mendes with a little touch. Papac. Weir. Thompson. Stumble from Kenny Miller. So same again for Rangers. 3 games running now. Boyd trying a flick on.
There's no doubt that will help Rangers to stick with continuity in the side. It was chopped and changed a fair bit over the last few months, but now Walter Smith is sticking by an 11. Even if that does mean that the captain has to sit on the bench.
Papac. Skelton won that. Skelton spent a good few years with Gretna, rising through the divisions. Kilmarnock took him on in the summer.
It's got to be an area that Rangers will fancy themselves in, because both full-backs for Kilmarnock are makeshift. If Novo can get at them on the left-hand side and Broadfoot can do the overlap on Davis, could pay dividends.
There's a few heads gone up for that, and Bugera trying to force it in.
Well, I think this was one of Jim Jefferies' biggest worries before the match, set pieces. Kilmarnock do not have a lot of height in their team. Rangers have a lot more of it, and that just knocks on. It's a chance there, a real chance from Bugera. He has to score that one, but an early warning as far as set pieces are concerned for Kilmarnock.
Majid Bugera has certainly been a reliable replacement for Carlos Cuellar. Cuellar barely missed, and that's saying something. Boyd. Novo nearby. Hamill clears. David Weir is underneath that. It's helped on by Boyd for Miller. Skelton gives it to Thompson. Novo. Novo brushed aside by Hamill. Towell has become a firm favourite with the fans here. Pedro Mendes likewise with the Rangers support. Here's Kirk Broadfoot. Stephen Davis. David Fernandez was down for a minute or so then, but he's gingerly rose to his feet. Was caught by Weir. Trying to run that off.
Well, he's just trying to do that job, isn't he, of holding the ball up. And Davey Weir, look at that, right through the back of Fernandez, left Achilles tendon, and that will hurt for a while.
Hamill. Skelton. Gibson. Turned away by Bugera. Fraser Wright rises with Kenny Miller. Fowler mopping up. Kilmarnock started the season superbly. They've just buckled a bit in recent weeks, lost their last two SPL matches to Falkirk here and at Aberdeen last week. Also got beat by Celtic in the Cork Cup. And a free kick, Bugera on Simmons.
It certainly looks lively enough up there with Fernandez. Talking about Kilmarnock's form recently, just I think Jim Jefferies will know that it's difficult to be consistent. He'll need it if he's going to stay in the top six.
Willie Gibson called upon today because Kilmarnock have a few injuries. Fernandez. It's gone out from Gibson, who is making only his second start in a year in the SPL, a player that Jim Jefferies signed from Queen of the South.
Yeah, but as I mentioned before the match, all of the midfield players around Fowler like to get forward, so there should be no shortage of support for the two strikers. And you can see already that Rangers will really need to be up for this one.
Bugera conceding another free kick. Craig Bryson on the receiving end this time. And a word of warning for Bugera. Towell then over this free kick. Grant Murray and Fraser Wright, potential targets for Skelton as he floats it in. Acrobatic clearance from Pedro Mendes. Kilmarnock have only taken 1 point off Rangers in the last 7 years at Rugby Park. They do live in a different world compared to the old firm, of course. Fowler Skelton has Gibson available. Gibson up against Broadfoot. He's got support. Fraser Wright. Fernandez for Willie Gibson. Turned away by Bugera for Davis. Kenny Miller chasing this. Safety a better option really for Fraser Wright.
That's a warning though for Kilmarnock when they lose possession high up the park.
Miller. Ooh, and it just about stuck with Alan Combe on a windy day.
Exactly, and he did well in the end. I just thought he was going to let this one slip. It's not a bad ball in, it's got a lot of power on it. A low sort of flight trajectory, and it made it difficult for the goalkeeper.
Jamie Hamill making his 50th appearance for Kilmarnock today. Fowler has made a good few more. Skelton. Simmons. It's gone to Kevin Thompson. Pedro Mendes. Hamill heading that back to Combe.
Well, the one thing that Rangers have struggled to do in recent matches is get enough width into the game. We certainly won't get that too much today, but I think, as I said earlier, if Kilmarnock are in possession and lose it high up the park, what Rangers do have is they have pace to burn and Kenny Miller in behind. And so often in the past, when a team like Kilmarnock have looked comfortable, they've managed to be comfortable in possession, take one pass too many, and they get caught in behind. That's a real threat. Well, that just backs that up. Kilmarnock looking comfortable, playing the ball around well. They've got players on the park that are all forward thinking really in that midfield area and quite comfortable just to take the ball in and make passes.
A barge from Fernandez on Bugera. The two oldest managers in the SPL are up against each other today. Jim Jeffries 57 and Walter Smith 60. About time they got the hang of this management lark, really. David Weir will steer that back to Alan McGregor. Fraser Wright wins that. Here's Kevin Thompson, who saved the day against Dundee United on Tuesday night. Miller, Broadfoot. Broadfoot's cross, too long for Nacho Novo. Rangers' only defeat in the SPL this season came somewhat surprisingly at St Mirren, who they meet again next Saturday. Before that though, they go to Motherwell and we'll be there with them on Wednesday night. Gibson. Bugera. Alan Combe deciding to take a touch. Kevin Thompson quickly in on Grant Murray.
That's one thing he doesn't get enough credit for. Thompson, very good tackler, throws his whole body into it.
High boot from Sasa Papac. Jamie Hamill then will take this. Kilmarnock actually led at half-time at Ibrox back in September. Chris Boyd scored 2 quick goals in the second half though, won a penalty. Fernandez now for Gibson! What an opportunity for Killy.
This is exactly what Kilmarnock have been able to achieve so far in this game. The ball up and they've made it stick. Fernandez, fantastic first touch, great vision, brings Gibson into the game. You have to say the left midfielder, he has to hit the target there. Good striker play, and just got that one all wrong. But positive stuff from Kilmarnock.
Well, he could have made a name for himself there, Willie Gibson. In a rare start for Killy. Thompson snapping away again, Boyd. Mehdi Taoul. Skelton. Fernandez. Skelton again. Bryson has moved to the edge of the area. Skelton found him. Gibson. Willie Gibson ran into Kevin Thompson. It's popped back by Fraser Wright. Helped on by Gibson. Novo. Papac. Miller. Novo was caught late by Hamill. And Papac will be in bother here. Fraser Wright hurt. Sasa Papac was sent off when these teams met at Ibrox in September. He's got a yellow card early on in this game.
I need to see the intent here. Papac's a little glance. You can see Wright coming in, yeah.
Fraser Wright is all right. It'll take more than that to finish him off. Fowler. Bugera has got his eye on that. Thompson. Bryson. Options available. Taoul is one of them. Dreadful delivery though. Novo. Thompson.
Certainly very, very scrappy from Rangers. You have to give credit to Kilmarnock. It's been textbook stuff so far. Closing them down in midfield. Good in possession, getting the ball high up the park. Creating 1 or 2 chances.
Fernandez. Fowler. Just veered away from Simmons. Davis. Broadfoot. Pedro Mendes. His run matched by Bryson. And Cohn will claim that.
Jim Jeffries said before the match didn't have much to play with, but I think he did like the idea of Rangers with the same setup in a 4-4-2. It gave him less complications as far as the players that he had left at his disposal. I think if Barry Ferguson had played and possibly played in the hole, that would have made it a little bit more difficult for him.
Rangers today for Killy, and in midweek they go to Celtic. At least it gets them out of the way, the old firm, for a while. Cohn kicks it. Not particularly well, but he got away with it. Pedro Mendes now. It's been a pretty scrappy 20 minutes at Rugby Park.
It certainly has been scrappy from a Rangers point of view. I think the home side have dealt with the conditions quite well. And here's Mendes, quite similar really to Papac earlier on, but didn't really catch the Kilmarnock player.
Grant Murray hoisting it high. Gavin Skelton's throw towards Willie Gibson. Thompson. Bugera will leave it for McGregor. On by Kenny Miller. Thompson, Miller again. Pedro Mendes. Papac. Thompson. Fernandez is charging after everyone. Bugera. Gibson. It's a little loose. Chris Boyd showing interest. Kevin Thompson.
Well, Rangers just keep losing possession because they're going through Kilmarnock centrally. They do have to get themselves spaced out a little bit more through the midfield area. Nacho Novo's found himself just tucked in there. He's got to try and hold his width.
Bugera's got a free kick. And Fernandez reacting. And he's got a cut near his eye by the look of it. He'll be ordered off to get some treatment.
He certainly is looking the sharpest I've seen him for a long time. Speaking to him before the match, and he's really enjoying his football again. Very unhappy. Obviously feels he was caught. Certainly looks that way.
Fernandez battering his fist against the dugout. Kilmarnock with 10 men temporarily, and Rangers with a free kick. Bugera will take it. Nacho Novo. Novo taking the long way around. He's picked out Kirk Broadfoot. Broadfoot taking on Skelton. Well, there were three Rangers men waiting, Miller, Novo and Boyd, but he went away from all of them.
The Rangers looking a little bit flat. Just wonder if Wednesday night has taken a lot out of them. It is exactly the same team. Certainly haven't started the sharpest today.
Broadfoot. Bugera for David Weir. Davis. Well, they've patched up David Fernandez, and he now returns to the action. Towell. Fowler. David Weir. Sending that back with interest. Towles flick, away by Weir. Fowler. Kenny Miller secures a throw, which will be taken by Sasa Papac, one of 3 players that Paul Le Guen brought to Rangers from Austria Vienna, and the only survivor. Pedro Mendes, offside against Kenny Miller.
And that is the risk if you play quite high up the park as a defence against Miller. He always will spy that bit of space.
Pedro Mendes presenting it to Mehdi Taoul. Fernandez. Hamill's cross. Simmons was under pressure, under the cosh from Kirk Broadfoot.
It's just too looped, this one, as it comes in. Makes it difficult for any striker to attack it, but Simmons tries his best.
He nearly rescued a point for Kelly last week. Hit the bar at Aberdeen, Donovan Simmons. Novo, Mendes. Thompson. Boyd. Penalty given. Chris Boyd tripped. And Rangers, far from at their best in this game, have the chance to go in front.
I wonder who would take it. The ball's played into Boyd, you can see there. Grant Murray whips his leg away from him and just doesn't get anything on the ball at all. Nothing else the referee can do. He gets it spot on. It is a penalty.
Well, he scored from the spot against them in September. He usually scores against his former club. Chris Boyd. Oh, it's a fantastic save from Aaron Cohn. And Boyd doesn't score this time, not yet anyway, against Kelly.
Well, if there's one goalkeeper that knows him better than anyone, it's Alan Combe, and it's not the best penalty. It's too direct, but Combe has to choose right, and he did. A great stop from him.
Hey, let off for Kilmarnock. Davis with a corner though, and there was a shove by Boyd as he tried to get on the end of that.
Well, recently he's looked so composed taking penalties. Alan Combe on his line, and he does dart forward a little bit. The referee's never going to stop it for that. I think he does well, the goalkeeper. And Boyd, for once, doesn't get it right.
I think we can be pretty sure that he'll be coming back for more though. He has frequently scored against Kilmarnock. 11 goals in 10 games against them. Fernandez has got a free kick though for Kilmarnock.
It was the first time that Kilmarnock had allowed Rangers into the box in that sort of situation. And immediately it caused problems.
Kilmarnock encouraged by Alan Combs' save from Chris Boyd's penalty. Jamie Hamill then will float this free kick in. Way by Bugera, helped on by Davis. Half an hour played. Grant Murray will turn that away. Fernandez trying to wriggle free of Bugera. Pedro Mendes. Davis. Too much on it. Murray rather relieved after he gave away the penalty for a trip on Boyd.
Yeah, there was absolutely no doubt about it.
This is offside. David Fernandez. Boyd rising. There's going to be a yellow card coming out for Craig Bryson. Or is it someone else? No, it is he. Not much of a war for Alan Combe. Chris Boyd certainly looks like he fancies having a pop. Eager to make amends for that squandered penalty. Chris Boyd batters the bar. He's so very nearly made amends in style. Meantime, here's Gibson. Well, he really walloped that against the bar, Boyd. Simmons hanging in there. Fowler, Towell. He's got Gibson and Hamill away to the right. Towell. It's one, and one well by Papac. Davis. Papac. Nacho Novo, let it trickle away.
Chris Boyd absolutely smashes that one. So unlucky, puts everything into it. I think if he'd hit his penalty with the same power and it had hit Alan Combe, would have taken the goalkeeper into the net. Walloped that one.
He's getting closer at least. Broadfoot steaming onto that with Gibson. Bugera.
It's pretty obvious that the two quietest men in the park are Novo and Davis, the ones trying to give Rangers a little bit of width. No supply whatsoever going their way.
Boyd's flick. Fraser Wright in a hurry to clear with Kenny Miller lurking. Mendes returns it to Broadfoot. Skelton gets involved. Another throw. Broadfoot gets it back from Davis. And again, Skelton moves in. And we have another one. Pedro Mendes. Nacho Novo! It's come off the post. Combe may have got something on it initially. He certainly did after it came back.
Well, Novo, hungry for a little bit of possession, comes inside, and that's instinctive. What a turn that is. So unlucky. It's good play there from Mendes. You can just see Novo's striker instincts very much there in full force, and Combe gets a little bit lucky.
Well, they've hit the post, they've hit the bar, and they've had a penalty saved, Rangers. All that, they haven't been playing particularly well. Here's Donovan Simmons. It's going to go for a throw, rather miserably.
It's always the case, isn't it, that teams playing against the Old Firm need a little bit of luck. And so far, they have worked hard for it, Kilmarnock, but they've managed to get that, and that's keeping them in the game. Even though I think in possession they've been very, very good, haven't really created that many chances.
Hamill, Towell, Fowler, Murray, Fowler, David Weir will have to deal with it. Needless foul really by Fernandez on Papac. I don't think he agreed with it.
Well, it was a bit silly though. Papac was going nowhere. Just a little bit of frustration. There's not much contact there, to be fair to him. Now I can understand why he reacted in the way he did.
Miller chasing, Skelton clears. Mendes. Davis into Boyd. Boyd unable to feed Miller. Pedro Mendes. That's veered away from Nacho Novo. This is his 275th game in charge of Kilmarnock. Chris Boyd's got a free kick. Skelton. Fernandez. Nicely taken, but he's got Vergara to contend with.
He's played well, Fernandez. You don't have to be 6 foot tall to lead the line well.
Right. Hamill. Towell. Here is Fowler. Now Gibson. Towell. Skelton's available to the left. He was begging for the ball, really. It's ended up at the feet of Fernandez anyway. Now Bryson. And here is Jamie Hamill. Pumped away by McGregor. Turned away for a corner by Broadfoot.
Great touch there from Hamill. It's a decent ball in, he needs somebody to follow up on that from McGregor.
Corner kick for Killy, with half-time fast approaching. Skelton not allowed to get near it by Chris Boyd on defensive duty. Novo now for Pedro Mendes, and Killy a little bit short. And it's Vergara who has burst forward. And Fowler, who was minding the shot, managed to get there first.
Yeah, Fowler has been very, very good in this first half. Keeping possession well, cleaning up things in midfield.
Novo over the top of Boyd, he's onside. Oh, and Combe looked like he was going to get it. Did he bring him down? No, not that time. Rangers felt like they might have had another penalty.
Certainly looked onside. The first reaction from that. Again, Kilmarnock living dangerously, allowing Boyd